Welcome. In today's teaching, I'll be covering how you can plot different types of charts, okay, in PowerPoint. So I'm going to take it practically in steps. Sometimes you see that people that want to use PowerPoint for their presentations do not know how to plot some charts. So I will cover how you can do that in this video in details, including how you can create column charts, pie charts, and line charts. So follow me as I walk you through on how you can represent your information on charts using PowerPoint presentation program. Let's jump on our PC and get that done. This is the start screen you will see once you open your PowerPoint program, okay? So with blank presentation templates and pre-designed templates here. So let's go with the blank presentation. So click on it and it will open. All right, so here we are on the blank presentation with one slide assigned by default. We have two different slides assigned there. One is for title and one is for subtitle. So I don't think you'll be needing the subtitle, neither do we need the main title, but let's just delete this, the subtitle. So select it as I click on this part on one edge and then press the backspace key of your PC, it will go. Okay, let's say this main title, I will have it as Godwin Tech, all right? Godwin Tech. Since that's the name of this channel, then, though when we are placing our charts, it may interfere, but at that point we may delete it or we may just position it well. So let's just get started. So the first chart I would like us to create in this tutorial is the one called the column chart. So I will start from that. And in that column chart, I assume that Godwin Tech has so many other arms, whereby we have where we produce burger, we have where we place tutorial for people to rush, and we have tech developers section and electronic sales department. All right, so each of them of these arms have some numbers of employees. So let's just get into practical and see how you do that. Okay, represent that in column chart. So click on the insert tab, then click on charts. This has opened chart dialog box, and by default column chart is selected. You can see that. So click on OK for it to be inserted. Okay, as the column chart is inserted with a data prepared by Microsoft, with data prepared by Microsoft by default, we are going to arrange this in a way that it will suit what we want. All right, thereby we can delete some of the data here and place our own data. So I assume that we have departments and the number of employees. So the first column and the first cell there will be department, and the second one will be employees or numbers of employees. All right, so these other sections we will delete them. So let's just delete them now. We click on the letter, that's letter C, the column, right click and select delete. So I'll still do that here, right click and select delete. So you can see we are now left with just 1, 2. Okay, so let me start entering my data. Here I have department. And here I will have number of employees. So I will expand this. Then I click on this section and then expand this as well. Okay, the departments we have classic burger departments. The next department is tutorial. Now I click on the fourth cell and then let me the next department, which is tech developers. All right. I'll click on this heading and then expand so that I'll see all the text. So we are now coming to the number of employees in each of these departments. Okay. So I'll click on this cell and then type the number. Here we have 20. Click on the second cell. And in the second cell, we have 15, second department, we have 50 employees. The third, we have 30 employees. Okay, I didn't add electronic cells, so I will add electronic cells. So, on electronic cells, we have 10 employees. Okay, you can see how we arrange our cell here, which as we make changes, it reflects immediately on the chart we are plotting. Department, number of employees, classic burger, tutorial, tech developers, and electronic cells. So just edit the data to fit into what you want. Then this is number of employees. Then in classic burger, I have 20, 15 in a tutorial, and 30 in tech developers, and 10 in electronic cell. So after that, close the chart. Once you close the chart, under chart design tab, you can see a lot of designs we can apply. So if we are not okay with the one applied by default, we can just make change, all right? Make changes to that. So I will go with this one. I like this design. Good. You can see it makes our chart more beautiful now, all right? Let's create another type of chart. And here we are going into a pie chart. So how do we do that? I will click here, the new slide button under home tab, and then I'll select a new style. Okay, let's go with title and content layout. All right, good. So here we may not add anything and go straight to the chart. So look at chart icon here. So that is the beautiful thing about this layout. It has some icons that we can click and then start our work. So I'll click on chart. Then we'll look for pie charts. Then we click OK for it to be inserted. All right, the pie chart, just like other ones, have been inserted with a default data. So under this pie chart, I assume that God will take electronic make some cells from the year 2021 to 2023. And in each of the year, there are some total amount of cells made. So I want to represent them on this pie chart. So here I will have in this first cell, year, under column B, I will have amounts, or say cells or amounts, just the way I want it. All right, so that is it. So there is information on the 5 on the row 5, but I don't need to add anything there, so I will delete it. So that's it. Okay, other cells I can have amounts, so in millions. Okay, so I'll click out and then I'll expand this cell so that all the information will be understood. Okay, you have seen the data here. In the years, we have 2021, 2022, 2023, amount million USD. That's 2.8 million, 3.5 million, and 4.9 million. So the data is now entered and it reflects in this chart. All right, so I will close the Excel interface. Okay, as you can see, this is a beautiful design. We can now go to this heading section and then select any option of our choice as well. Or we can select the one that will represent the number of years in percentage, no matter how you want it, all right? Okay, if you look at this representation now, you'll find that there are just four categories, four segments. But when we are entering our information, we have three main segments. So let's go and know where this issue is coming from, because it's supposed to reflect the data we entered in Excel. So I will right click on this chart and then we go with the option to edit data. So let's see where the problem is coming from. Okay, you can see in this our Excel data, this row 5, there is 1.2 as a number, but it's not supposed to be there, so we delete that. All right, so let's see how it will change. You can see we now have three segments, so you can close this. All right, so we can add a title here. We can click and add a title. That's what title I'm going to give it: Godwin Tech Electronic Cells. All right. Okay, all right, so we are done with this, and then let's plot the third type of chart I want us to create. That is the line chart. So we will introduce a new slide for us to do that. I'll click on new slide and then select the title and content option. All right. So the next step is to click on the chart icon. Okay, this now opens the chart dialog box. So I'll click on line, which is what I want us to create in this section. And here we are going to represent sales made by electronic sales department in 5 days. Okay, so the amount made in each of these days in USD. So let's get it rolling. So after I've selected the line chart, I'll just click on OK. All right, this is the line chart, and you can remember I said days, that's 5 days intervals versus amount of sale made in each of these days. Amount. All right, you can see these are the major things we need. So I will put it USD symbol to represent that this is amount made in USD. All right. So I can then expand this column, click on it to select and then move so that I have the information clearly. All right, and here you can see this column C and column D, we don't need them. So I'll click on the letter, right click and select delete. Then I'll still right click and select delete. Okay, so we now have the columns we need, column A and B. And then we need to edit our information. Let's say on Monday, M-O-N, Tuesday, F-T-U-E, on Wednesday, abbreviation W-E-D, on Thursday, T-H-U-R, abbreviation, and on Friday, F-R-R. So I'll go start from Monday again. Sorry, what happened? Okay, on Monday, we made sales of $500. On Tuesday, we made sales of $800. On Wednesday, we made sales of $1,500. On Thursday, we made sales of $950. And on Friday, we made sales of $1,800. People are going home for weekend, so they need some place to go with. Okay, after that, click out and then close. Okay, you can see how this is represented in this line chart, how the sales goes up and down and the rest. So we can say under title, we can just give it a title, maybe a line chart, or say sales made by electronic sales department in 5 days. Okay. Okay, let's say sales in 5 days. All right. All right, this our chart. It may look so simple, but you can click on the chart design and then select something more beautiful. All right, so just give it the way you want it to be. Okay, so that's it. As another information, you can adjust your chart after it is inserted. So just tap on it, then you can position your cursor and adjust it to any side of your choice. Okay, maybe you still want to have maybe text box here to explain some other things or the data represented in this. Okay, so after you have finished the adjustment, you can click on the insert and then select the text box, drag it the way you want it and have it, then have your text inside to explain the content of the chart. All right, in addition, you can still look for help through designer. This is a designer, it's a tool that is newly introduced in PowerPoint. So select the chart of your choice and then click on the designer to suggest some designs for you, okay, which will make the chart look more beautiful. All right, so you can see it has some suggestions that you may pick from. Okay, as you can see, so it's the text that we have Godwin Tech as a text that's been overshadowed by our chart. Okay, so many designs, just do this same here
and let the designer help you to suggest some other design ideas for you. Okay, so that is that.
Thank you for taking your time to watch this video. I hope it helps. Please, if it does, please like it. Also, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please I'm soliciting for your subscription. It's important to me because I need to grow this channel. So please hit the subscribe button and see you some other time.